My name is Kate Riley. I am 19 years old. Like to lay a lot. Just by myself, you know. Who I am.
Yeah. What makes you Kate?
That's right. That I like everyone around me to be happy, and so I feel like I do a lot to like ensure that. Like if other people around me are stressed, it makes me anxious. People are angry, it makes me anxious. And so I just like to surround myself with positive people, and I like spending time with my friends and family. That's like when I'm happiest, is if like my big family dinners, or like the other night in our apartment, like we had all of our like multi-talented beautiful friends over and just like sat and talked for hours, and like that's like when I'm happiest. I'm studying Italian, and that's a big part of who I am as well. I'm a heterosexual, cisgendered female. I use she, her pronouns. And so for me, like my sexuality, it's not a huge part of how I identify. And that's a luxury that I have as a straight white person, that I don't have to have that be a large part of my identity. I'm no one's like straight friend. There's not like, this is my friend Kate, she's straight. Oh, you know, Kate, the straight one. Like that's not, it doesn't, I have that luxury. Like it doesn't have to be a huge part of who I am. But I think it's important that I recognize, and that people who have the same luxury recognize that there are people who don't have that, who have no choice, or either it's thrust upon them, or it's been like a crucial part of like developing who they are. It's something that they had to come to realize, not something that like, I don't know, like it's not a huge part of how I identify, and that's a luxury.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you the Oxford definitions of masculinity and femininity, and I just want you to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
So masculinity is defined as attributes pertaining to the traditional man, and those attributes list virility, drive, handsomeness, and athleticism.
Oh my god.
And femininity is the attributes pertaining to traditional woman, and those attributes list curviness, smooth skin, and womanliness.
Wow.
So react to that.
That's crazy. Did you say drive
Yeah.
for masculinity? I guess. And are these like old definitions?
They're current definitions.
Oh my. Well, I think that's just crazy. Like even like giving just all of those adjectives on their own. Like, smooth skin.
Yeah.
Curviness, like I don't even attribute either, like I couldn't attribute one to one or the other, because those are just like adjectives to describe a human. Like dry, what were the other for masculinity?
For male, it was virility, handsomeness, and athleticism.
That's just crazy to me. I feel like this is like in elementary school, when like this kid in my class, we had to say our favorite color, and this kid said that his favorite color was pink, and like a bunch of kids retaliated. They're like, that's a girl color, oh my god. Like girl colors and boy colors. Like how can a color, like how our eyes perceive light, be gendered? Like I don't like that the fact that we have to like attribute everything to, we have this like desire to categorize I do fit on this like I fit on the binary, like I'm heterosexual, cisgendered, you know, and people who hear these definitions or like feel maybe things from both sides and like can't, feeling like there's no place on this spectrum that our society has deemed like the be all end all, like this is the definition of how humans can be categorized, like this is you have to fit yourself into one of these, and like not being able to fit because this isn't real, we constructed this. I can't imagine. Like, just dress how you want to dress, present yourself how you want to present yourself, identify how you want to identify. Like, I was talking to one of my roommates about this and how when she introduces herself now, like, has started to say, hi, my name is, I use she, her pronouns, just to make that, to normalize it. Luxury that people just get to know me as they, like, the longer I've known someone, the more they get to know me. You talk more, you get to know me, and that there's not this initial judgment or this like initial immediate like identifier that you like or label that you put on someone. That I start with a clean, like, I'm just a person, like I can't understand what it's like to not, what it is like to not be cisgendered or, you know.
Yeah, but you at least try to, you know, understand so that you can,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like empathy is like a really large part of human connection.
Yeah.
And so I feel like at least having the first step to understanding someone is enough,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I just wish that everyone could just be who they were, be who they are, and that just existing wasn't existing as how you, like, existing as your true self wasn't a daily battle. That our world would be so much better if we could just all recognize that the person next to you expressing themselves, if it's different of how they're how they express themselves is different than how you express yourself, and that is fine, and that doesn't affect you, and they can live their life and you can live your life parallel to each other but being completely different, you know, like that is possible, but there's still a lot of ignorance and hatred in this world, and so that's something that has to be worked towards.
Do you think hatred comes from ignorance?
Ignorance.
Yeah?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, it just died right when it ended.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Amazing.